Shalom, Yahshua. The real Jews of Israel are. Okay. And the verse that I want to start off with, Yahawah. Okay. So with that, I'm going to start by going into this verse here. It's going to say, once again, it's Revelations 2:9. And it starts by saying, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, right? Because the true Jews, right? Jews coming from the word Judah, right? The true people of Israel would be in a lower state. But it says, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them, right? The lies of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Okay? So there are people in the land right now who are saying that they are the real Jews and are not. Okay? But in Revelation, this is the last book of the Bible, it tells you that in those last days that there will be a group of people who will call themselves the real, the Jews, but they are really not the Jews. And the Lord says He knows the blasphemies of them. He knows the lies that they've been saying, in regards to them being the real Jews, and the atrocities that's been done under that guise. Okay, but if they were the true children of Israel, a lot of those prophecies, the covenants that the Most High God gave to the children of Israel will come to pass. Right? We'll see a king in Israel right now ruling over the children of Israel. Right? But that's not happening. Okay? We don't see peace in the land. There will be peace according to the scriptures. That's not happening. All right? Another verse I want to go into, the next verse I want to go into, all right, to prove this point that these people are not the real Jews, all right, but indeed imposters, liars. Okay? It says in Ezekiel 28 and 25, thus saith Yahawah my power, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from the people among whom they are scattered, right? Because the original, the true Jews will be scattered amongst all the heathens, all the nations. Okay? And shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen, right? Sanctified meaning what? Holy, sanctified, right? To be made separate, right? So he says, and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen. So the Lord there would be an apparent, okay, separation from the world, right? Because everybody will be doing the same thing, but the children of Israel, the true children of Israel, will be sanctified, be made holy. And what do you see the men of Israel doing now? We're out in the streets and highways and byways, right? Preaching the word, calling out, okay, to the elect, the hopeful elect of Israel. We're on the internet, doing the work, calling out to the hopeful elect of Israel. Okay? These are things that will make us separate, make us different from any other nation right now. Who's doing these things right now? What nation is doing the work of the Lord truly? Okay? Without asking for anything. All right? But it says in Ezekiel 28:25, thus saith that He's going to gather us, right? Gather the house of Israel from among the people whom they are scattered, and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen, and then shall they dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob. 26. And they shall dwell safely therein. Are they dwelling safely? Because as far as I know, they have all types of military tactics to protect them from incoming missiles from other countries. That's not living in peace. Okay? It says, they shall dwell with confidence when I have executed judgments upon all those that despise them round about. Has the Lord executed any judgment on those people yet? No. And they shall know that I am Yahawah, their power. Okay? So this hasn't come to pass yet. So these people cannot be the true children of Israel because the Lord didn't put them in that land. They were put there, in that land by the Balfour Declaration signed, I think, in 1948 or 1940 or something to that effect. Okay, and we can look that up. The Balfour Declaration. Okay. It says the Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1917 during the First World War announcing support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, then an Ottoman region with a small minority Jewish, right? The suffix ish population. Okay. So this thing didn't take effect. This thing started in 1917, didn't take effect until the 1940s. Okay, so these people there they weren't put into that land by the Most High God Yahawah Bashem Yahawah, and there is no king ruling over them. So these people cannot be the real Jews. Okay, so anybody having any common sense, anybody who knows how to read, okay, and who knows how to do anything, things such as comparisons and make comparisons between one thing and another, you can see that they don't match these prophecies. Okay, but we'll go even deeper. Salakia. Ezekiel 37:21. What does it say? Okay, it says, "And say unto them," Ezekiel, right? The Lord is talking to Ezekiel, so Ezekiel can speak to the children of Israel. "Thus saith Yahawah, the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land." So no matter where we're at, right? If you were here, the Lord would have gathered us together and put us. That hasn't happened yet, okay? But this is what's going to happen. He's going to gather us and He's going to put us in our own land. Ezekiel 37:22. "And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king, to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all." 23. "Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols," right? Because that's what's going on right now. We have the northern and the southern. We have the northern kingdom especially, and the southern kingdom, because the Levites they do their voodoo. The northern kingdom they do their Santeria, the Day of the Dead. They do everything that they're not supposed to do. These are the things that separate them from the Most High God. Okay, but the Bible, the Scripture is saying what? "Neither that shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things," eating of the pork, right? Eating all type of abominations, right? "Nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will and will cleanse them, so they shall be my people, and I will be their power. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. And they shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them." Is that what's going on with there in Israel? No, because the last time I checked, they have what is called the slut walk. They have what is called Pride Day. All right, with homosexuals, men and women. All right, they do all type of abominations over there in that land, and that land that was supposed to be separated, that holy land. All right, so these are not the true people of the Bible. Use your mind, use your spirit. Use your understand the Spirit that the Lord has given you to see that this is not true. Now, everybody else may not see that, may not understand that. The elect will. Okay? And this is just to wake up the elect. But continuing on. Verse 25. "And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever." Again, David is not in Israel right now. "Moreover," 26, "I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forever. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahawah, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forever." Okay? So right now we have the rebuilding of the third temple, which is the waking up of the elect, coming back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahawah Bashem Yahawah. Okay? Coming back to those things, making ourselves right with the Lord, cleansing ourselves, right? So we can be of the first fruits to Yahawah. Okay? But those things have not happened in that land yet. So we are in the process of building a third temple. We are in the process of that cleansing process, right? That adversity, that furnace of adversity process, to be cleansed, to be made fine as gold and silver. That's what we're going through right now. Okay? But the people who are supposed to be in that land, i.e. the real Jews, are not in that land right now. So they are not the real Jews. Okay? And this is another headbanger. If that didn't seal the deal, Zechariah 8 and 7 says, Thus saith the Yahawah of hosts, Behold, I will save my people from the east and from the west country, the east country and from the west country. And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, in truth and in righteousness, right? Meaning what? We're not going to be worshiping a so-called Edomite or so-called white God, right? We're going to be worshiping the true God of the Bible, pursuant to Revelations, 1 and 13, and also Daniel 7, I think, and 9. Okay, where it gives clear descriptions as to, who the real Jews are. Okay, I mean, as to what the Lord really looks like. I'm sorry, Salakia. Okay, hair of wool. All right, let's see if we can get that real quick. When we worship the Lord, we got to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. Okay, and it says, And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garments was white as snow, and the hair of his head was like pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fire stream issued and came from forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Oof. The judges were set, and the books were opened, and beheld. And I beheld them because of the voice of the great words which the horn spoke, and I beheld even to the beast of saying that. I'm sorry, Salakia. Let me see. Salakia. I can't get it now. Salakia. Brass. Okay, no, this is talking about the prophecy. Okay, I wanted to find where it talked about the, let me give a description of Yahawah and Yahawah, where I give a description of the Most High God, and what he looked like, 1 and 13, let me see. Okay, Revelations 1 and 14, it says, And his head and hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine